Hi everyone, Luna Gamer Alex here, and this is YosUki and Games. And I'm alone in my game room. I live stream every single one of my gaming sessions since 2010, and I have been saving them to my YouTube channel. I do this to allow me to take a glimpse back at all of my gaming adventures, sort of a detailed observations of my life as a gamer. The session is starting now, and I thank you for watching. All right, so we're switching it up. We're going to be playing Marvel Zombies now instead of Final Girl. I'm going to miss Final Girl though, but as soon as we're done with Marvel, maybe a session of Marvel Zombies, depending on whether or not I'm enjoying myself. We might be going back to Final Girl. But yeah, I was going to play the core box, but then this was sitting next to it. I was like, okay, X-Men Resistance actually has Rogue in it, and you know, Rogue is my favorite X-Men character, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna play X-Men Resistance. This session, I'm just going to set up the table, I'll start playing it on. Unless this is quick, I don't think setting this up is gonna be quick. We'll see. Okay. Well, see, when I got this, I didn't even finish. When did I get this game? I think I got this game like last year? I got it last year. See, I haven't even set it up. I haven't even organized the content here. I mean, I've already checked, of course. I already made sure that everything's in here, but other than that, I haven't done anything else with the game. Oh well, I actually made sure. Since I've done that, but that's pretty much it. Okay, so Rogue is in this one, so you know I have to play my girl Rogue. So I think with Zombicide you play as all the characters, right? Okay. How is this gonna fit? I don't think that this is gonna fit. We'll see. Is this even going to fit? I don't know. Do I need to grab an extra table? I might have to. So, where's the manual? There's a lot here. Okay. Manual's probably down here somewhere. Nope. This is just a map tile, and then you have the character cards there at the bottom. Okay, let's look at the characters. We have, oh, you can also play as Mystique. Mystique, Magneto, Wolverine, Colossus, Rogue, and Storm. Now, like the other expansions for this game, they're like more the boring side of Marvel, like Spider-Man and um, Fantastic Four. Let me look at all the expansions that I have for this game. Yeah, they're the boring side of Marvel. I just wish that they would release like more X-Men from the X-Men universe, you know. Um, let's see, tabletop. Marvel Zombies. Where's Marvel Zombies? Yeah, so we have X-Men Resistance, Clash of the Sinister Six, that's from Spider-Man, Fantastic Four, Guardians of the Galaxy, and then Hydra Resurrection, that's Hulk. And then I just wish that we have more X-Men. So, so you have Magneto, Mystique, Wolverine, Storm, Rogue, Colossus, Juggernaut. Okay, and then the zombies you can play as Juggernaut, Psylocke, Sabretooth, Cyclops, Dark Phoenix, and Iceman. So they do have quite a number of characters, but I just wish that they would have released more um, X-Men characters. So um, isn't there a zombie Cyclops? Let me see. I think Cyclops is a zombie. Yep, Cyclops is a zombie right here. Dark Phoenix as a zombie seems impossible. What are you talking about? Dark Phoenix is like the most vulnerable character ever. All right. Let's see. Where is the manual? Okay, so we have all of the. Let me just grab all of these. Okay. Oh, the manual is sitting on top of the box. Okay. There's already some damage here on the. This is like really flimsy plastic holding everything. Um, all right, let's see. Let's set this up. Every Dark Phoenix card you flip over, say you die. Oh, I thought you were saying Dark Phoenix shouldn't be a zombie, but because she shouldn't be a zombie in the first place. Let me see here. Choose a mission. Each mission can be played with four. So we play four heroes. Additional instructions for 5 to 6 superheroes controlled by 1 to 6 characters. So I think in a typical game you play up to 4 characters if you're playing solo. But yeah, the problem I think here is if I have enough space on this table. We'll see. Okay. Let's read the introduction. When the zombie invasion took over the world's mightiest heroes, most assumed everything was lost. What hope could there be for ordinary people to survive the ravenous onslaught of these zombie heroes? But some superheroes still remain, holed up in Xavier's school for gifted youngsters. The X-Men are mounting their last stand against the undead. Former enemies join their ranks as the desperate battle between the living and the dead escalates. All allies will need to be put down before they can devour every single last person on the planet. So assemble your superhero team, muster all the power you can, and become humanity's last hope. This will not be a world of Marvel zombies as long as the X-Men resistance lives on. Yeah, but some of these X-Men are zombies now. Um, the goal is to complete mission objectives, defeat the enemies, rescue bystanders. Eliminating zombies gives you experience needed to become even more powerful. Yada yada. Only by working together you can defeat the zombies. Okay, the rule contained in this box are for hero mode, in which players control the last remaining superheroes against the ravenous zombie heroes. However, Marvel Zombies can also be played in zombie mode with those roles reversed by using the contents and rules from the Marvel Zombies core box. So, so yeah, here actually you play as the hero with Marvel. When you pair it up with Marvel Zombies, then you can play as the zombies. So you do have the zombie cards here, but you can't play as the zombie characters just with this game. You have to mix it up with Marvel Zombies. But all I care about is playing Rogue. So if we have to select 4 characters, I guess it would be Rogue, Storm. I guess we'll take Wolverine and we'll take Magneto, I guess. All right, let's see. Setup. Choose a mission. Each mission can be played with 4 heroes with additional instructions for 5 to 6. Place the tiles as indicated on the mission map. Place at any spawn points. Okay, so let's do this one at a time. So we have to choose the mission. Where is the mission? I think the mission is in this book, right? Yeah. Okay. Okay, let's just read through that once. Isn't the mission like in the manual itself? Yep, okay. There's a tutorial mission, so, okay. So let me just go through this real quick then. There was a book series called X Heroes, a superhero zombie apocalypse. It was pretty good. I know there's that Disney, I watched that Disney one, the animated Marvel Zombies one. It's not bad, but it's just too rushed. But yeah, I haven't been, I've only read comic books like growing up. So I don't know anything about any of that. So I take it that that's not a Marvel. That's just like a different franchise, X Heroes. Okay. Let me just read through this real quick. Okay, place the tiles as indicated. Place any spawn points or other tokens. Unless otherwise indicated by the mission, remove both secret mission cards from bystander deck. Place one random bystander face down each mission. Take a separate following card types identified by the unique card backs. Shuffle each of these into their own deck and place them face down near the board. Okay. Zombie hero. Yeah, I just wish that they would. Yeah, this is. Like for that tutorial mission, it should be part of that first setup. Because you have to read this setup, but then. Yeah, it's kind of funny. Okay. Because then you have to refer to the first mission instead of just having them all in this on the same page. Okay, so we're going to choose the tutorial mission, which is the flight of the X-Jet. It says easy 30 minutes, but you know it's never. All these estimated times that they have on these board games, they're never correct. Well, at least not for me anyway. Because I talk a lot when I play these board games. Okay, the Xavier School for Gifted Youngsters is under attack by zombies. Luckily, we managed to evacuate the students and reach the underground before the worst could happen. If we can lead them to the X-Jet, we can get them out of here and hopefully find somewhere safe where the kids can hide away. Unfortunately, some X-Men turned zombie have managed to put the hangar in lockdown, but we might be able to find an override key in the danger room. So the tiles needed for this is 12V and 15V. So let's grab that. Yeah, I might have to put some of these on the floor for now. Okay, 12V and 7V. Hopefully it's the first 2 tiles. No, of course not. Okay, 12V is right here. And then 7V. See, I mean, this is why they need to. Okay. I don't like this manual at all. It's not a fantasy flight manual, so. Oh, 15V, 12 and 15V. Okay. Here we go. plastic that we use for to organize everything in here is like really flimsy. Okay, 12V and 15V. I only need these two. Okay. Just like this and like this. That doesn't look the same. Where is that? Oh, of course. All right. So these are the only two tiles that we need for this particular mission. So we should have enough space then. Okay, let's move this also off the table. Okay, and this is it for this mission. Okay. See, even these things are just like so freaking flimsy. It's like if you're not careful, it's already like quality of materials is questionable. All right, so yeah, we're gonna end up not playing this tonight. I'm just setting it up. Okay. Place the tiles as indicated. Place any spawn points and other tokens as well as any game pieces as indicated by the mission. Okay. So I don't know why I didn't do this. There you go. And then oop. What is that? Here, and exit is over here. Oh, the twin jet. Okay, nice. And that's it. It's easy to set up this mission. And I don't need any of these other icons. Okay, that's good. One objective, one spawn point, one inactive spawn point. Oh, I think if you flip it, right? Oh no, that one over there. Lock door. There's a lock door. Let me find the I don't see a lock door. Objective bystander, 2 cards, superhero starting zone is the start. Oh, I don't see any of those. It must be in here. Don't tell me that I have to get that from the from the core box, because that would be annoying. Oh no, this is here. It's right here. Okay. And that's it. Okay. 2 bystander cards. I don't even know where the bystander cards are at. I think these are the zombies. These are these bystanders? Yes. Okay, so the bystanders you randomize, I think. So let me just go ahead and do that. So I need 2 of those. Okay. What else? Okay, in each zone showing with the bystander. Okay, I see. So there's one over here, and the other one is going to be over here. Okay. Cool. Take and separate the following card types. Okay, spawn deck. These cards bring zombie hordes. Zombie players will face during the game. Shuffle each of these and place them near the board. So that would be this one here, this huge freaking deck here. We'll just give it like a quick shuffle. I think it matters at this point. But I think the way they have it organized actually is by zombie types in here, so I think it is important to shuffle it. Like give it a really good shuffle. Okay. And then zombie hero. So and that would be this one. Oh, there's some more bystanders here. How come they have are these emissions? What are these? There's some more bystanders. What's the difference? Doesn't matter if it's green or blue. Or remove both secret mission cards from the bystander deck, then place 1 random bystander for each. Okay. Secret mission bystander. Oh, okay, I see. So there's a secret mission. But the rest of these are like So how do you know? Because one has a blue color in it, and the other one has a green color. So which is which? I mean, does it matter? They are not explaining that here. Maybe the green one is for the when you're playing as zombies. So I'll just assume that for now. I will choose the and do they have secret mission for the green one? No. See, the green one doesn't have a secret mission. Yeah, it says you may increase your hunger by 1. So this is for zombies. Okay. So the bystanders that we want is from the the blue pile. So because we're playing as heroes. Okay. That's done. I guess you don't have any need for this sentinel hand for now. Okay. Heroic trait deck. A deck of abilities that the zombie heroes can tap into, unleashing their new powers. The new power. Okay. This is the zombie hero deck. Oh, the Sentinel Hand is a reference card. This card is a reminder of a rule for this interactive item. Okay. That's only when we need it, I guess, for Sentinel Hand reference card. Okay. Where's this heroic trait deck? Oh, it's right here. And it's a huge deck, too. A deck of abilities that the zombie heroes can tap into. So only the zombie heroes can tap into these? Okay. Well, we're playing as the hero, not the zombie heroes. Bystander deck. Notable characters that can appear during the game for player to rescue. Some may already begin on the board, but others can be spawned through special events. Okay, so we actually still need the bystander deck, huh? Okay. Fine. What are these? Oh, these are the hero deck. Okay, this is probably for the zombie mode. Oh, because the hero can show up. Okay. Let me put the we gotta remove the secret mission. Okay. And we don't need these. What else? Gather the number of superheroes chosen to play 4, 5, or 6 and distribute them among the players in any way they see fit. Players sit around the table in any order they choose, playing cooperatively against the game. I'm allergic to that word, cooperative. Against the game, forming a single team. Players take one dashboard for each of their superheroes, placing it in front of them. So I'm going to play with 4 heroes. So let's see how we can fit this in. So we probably can just push this forward up a little bit. Here we go. And then we can put our heroes here. Okay, cool. It works. Not until we get to the other missions with like 8 fucking map tiles. Okay, so we're gonna pick Magneto, of course. Put Magneto right here. Mystique. Should we play Mystique? I want Jubilee in here, you know? Why can't we have Jubilee in here? So we'll just say Rogue is with Storm, and then, you know, Mystique is with Magneto. So maybe, yeah, maybe this will be our favorite team for this game. All right. Nice. Six dice here. This one has a zombie bite face on it. Okay. What is this? It starts from over here, right? 3 to 1. I think that's the health, isn't it? Okay. This is actually kind of exciting. I might just play the game now. We'll see. Let's see. Gather the superheroes chosen to play. Okay. Players take one dashboard for each of their heroes, placing it in front of them with the superhero ID card on it. Make sure the sliding tracker is in the 0 space of the blue area of the danger bar. It's this thing down here. Oop. All the way to 0. Okay. There we go. Very good. For each superhero, place 2 tracker cubes in the color base of their chosen color. Place a tracker on the rightmost slot of their health bar. Another tracker on the 0 slot of their power track. Then place the game pieces representing their chosen heroes in the superhero starting zone as indicated by the mission. So starting zone is over here. Oh, now we get to the really fun part of these, which is like the miniatures. So Oh, that's Mystique. Okay. Okay, so this is Magneto. And then we have Rogue. And this is supposed to be Mystique. And then, of course, this is Storm. Ah, God. Let me just change the lamp. Guess this is not working out. All right, let's see if that works. Here you go. That's Storm. Okay. I think I have to get the base rings. They're all here. This represents just one space, though, I believe, right? Yeah, it's one row. Rogue is in the front. We're ready to kick some ass. Okay. Each player takes one activation token, placing it with its green unactivated side up next to their dashboard. Each player then takes one activation token. What do you mean, activation token? Oh, okay. Cool. That's just okay. Next to the dashboard. Are we almost done with the setup? I think that's pretty much it. Okay, so setup is actually not that bad. Okay, it's already 1 a.m. though. Okay, I do have to get some stuff done in the early morning tomorrow. Okay, the game is won immediately when all mission objectives have been completed. The game is lost at the end of any game round in which a superhero has been eliminated, or when a mission-specific losing condition is met. This is a cooperative game, so all players win or lose together. So even if one hero dies, then you lose the game at the end of that round. Okay. Marvel Zombies X-Men Resistance is played over a series of game rounds which proceed as follows. This is the phase, okay, play a phase. This is the phase in which the superheroes will perform various actions such as moving across the game boards, performing attacks, and rescuing bystanders. Enemy phase. Once all superheroes have activated, the player phase ends and the play enemy phase begins. During this phase, any enemies currently on the game board attempt to eliminate the superheroes and new enemies are spawned. End phase. Each mission and some skills may list certain effects that happen during the end phase. Most importantly, if any superhero has been eliminated, the players immediately lose the game when the end phase is reached. Otherwise, once the end phase is completed, a new game round begins. So it's pretty simple. Okay. Um, but I guess we're supposed to put all these miniatures on the table ready to be summoned. Let me just, like the regular zombies. That's exactly the problem. There are a lot of zombies. So you know what? I'm just gonna take it a step at a time. We'll just grab these miniatures as soon as they're needed. Um, for this first game. Yeah, they need to have like something more sturdy than the those thin plastic organizer for this game. It's just cheap. Okay. Okay, so the basics. Before we get into specifics, here are some general rules that will aid players. Useful definitions. Enemies. This term refers to various zombie hordes and zombie heroes. This term includes all walkers, brutes, and runners, as well as all zombie heroes. It does not include bystanders. Zombie hero. A zombie hero spawned and controlled by the game to fight the players. Superhero. A living superhero controlled by a player. Zone. In exterior zone, a zone is the area between linear markings or linear markings and the board's edge and the walls of buildings. In interior locations, a zone is either a room delimited by walls or the area between linear markings and the walls inside a large room. Okay. When they say linear markings, are these the small dots you can see? Those are linear markings. There are no linear markings in this hallway where we start this game. No linear markings there, it's just the walls for those 4 rooms. Okay. Okay, and then they have like these numbers on them. I don't think, yeah, I don't think these are, this is just 4 rooms. Yeah, because whenever they have those linear markings, they also have like numbers where the linear markings intersect. I don't see that here. Yeah, this is not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's not 9 tiles because they would have. Well, it could be. Yeah, 6 exterior zones in a single large room. Oh no, because these are because those are the maps. Okay, because there are 4 tiles combined. Okay, so these are the linear markings then. Same here. Okay, okay, it's fine. Is this one zone though? This is a zone in a large room composed of 4 zones. Huh? Okay. Yeah, what do they mean by linear markings? And the walls of buildings. Okay. Delimited by walls. This is a room. Okay, so with this, like this hallway, it's just a wall. I don't see any markings somewhere. Yeah, okay. And so this is 4 zones. So 4 zones in one room. Okay. Line of sight. Line of sight defines where the 2 elements of the game board, superheroes, enemies, bystanders, can see each other. Important. All superhero skills, traits, and abilities require line of sight unless specifically stated otherwise. Okay, in exterior zone, also referred to as straight zones, line of sight is traced in straight lines that run parallel to the edge of the board. Line of sight cannot be traced diagonally. Elements have line of sight through as many zones as the line can pass through before reaching a wall or the edge of the board. In interior zones, also referred to as building zones, line of sight can be traced to any room that shares the opening with the zone the element is currently in. If there is an opening, the walls do not block sight of between 2 rooms. However, line of sight into an adjacent room is always limited to the first zone in the room. Okay. Line of sight can be traced to any room that shares opening with the zone the element is currently in. Okay, I guess they're going to give me some examples because that's a little bit confusing. Large rooms are rooms composed of multiple zones. Line of sight inside of them can cross any number of zones in a straight line but never diagonally. Line of sight does not extend to an adjacent room unless the element in the zone that shares an opening with the other room. Line of sight between an interior zone and exterior zone may be traced through any number of exterior zones in a straight line, but only one zone into the building. Closed doors and windows block line of sights. Bystanders do not. Enemies and bystanders and superheroes do not block line of sights. Okay. Let me just see here. So So as long as it's a straight line and there's no obstruction, you can see each other across the map. Um, when you're outside looking inside a building, you can only see one zone in. Okay. Okay, I think I got the gist of it. Line of sight can be traced into any room. Um, the only part that I'm a little bit confused about is this straight line that runs parallel to the edge of the board. Interior zone. Line of sight can be traced to any room that shares an opening with the zone. Okay. As long as it's a zone to zone, not um, as long as it's zone to zone, it's a straight line of sight. So like yeah, I think it makes sense. If I get confused later, well, we'll just double check the rule. Okay, movement. Game pieces such as superheroes, enemies, and bystanders can move from their zone to the adjacent one. An adjacent zone shares at least one unobstructed edge with their current zone. Corners do not count. This means no diagonal movements. Okay. In exterior zone, movement from one street zone, movement from one empty zone to another has no restriction. However, game pieces must go through an open door window to move from an exterior zone into an interior zone, vice versa. In interior zone, game pieces may move from one room to another as long as their zones are linked by an opening. The position of the game piece in the zone and the layout of the walls do not matter as long as the zone shares an opening. Inside the large room, movement from one empty zone to another has no restriction. Superhero movement is hindered by enemies in their zone. Okay. So now they give you like this whole big example on the left. Let me just look at that real quick here. Looking into the cerebral large room through the adjacent open door, Magneto can only see the first. Okay, because that room has two zones. But I don't see where it's showing that it has two zones though. Okay. Okay, that's fine. And this is just more example for the line of sight. So even in a large room, you can't see diagonally, even if it's like an open large zone. So that's interesting. You can never have a diagonal line of sight. Even in exterior zones. Okay, fascinating. Why wouldn't you be able to see diagonally in an exterior zone that doesn't have an obstruction? That's like a little quirk, I think. It's an interesting quirk in the gameplay mechanics. Um, Superhero movement is hindered by enemies. Okay, and then just showing the movement here. No diagonal moves. Closed door prevent rogues from entering it. You know, rogue shouldn't be able to be hindered by a closed door. Well, same with Wolverine, I guess. None of these heroes really, but inside large room, rogue can move to any adjacent zone. Okay, multiple levels. Some missions take place across multiple levels represented by a separate group of tiles. The X mansion may be divided into ground, upper, and underground. Each level is only considered active as long as there is at least one superhero on it. This has two consequences. At the end of the player phase, if there are no superheroes on the level, any revealed bystanders on that level are eliminated. This triggers the bystander devoured effects. Okay. Okay, that's kind of crazy. Okay, what time is it? Okay, it's almost an hour into this, into our foray of this game. But, yeah, I might be able to spend like maybe another half hour. We'll see. During the enemy phase, if there are no superheroes on a level, do not activate any enemy on that level. Nor draw any cards for its active spawn point. Okay. During enemy phase, all superheroes are on the underground level. Enemies, bystanders, spawn points on the level activate as usual. Since there are no superheroes in the upper floor, Sabretooth and Brute don't activate and no cards is drawn at this spawn point. Okay, that's easy. Stairs allows the game pieces to move between ground floor and upper floor. The stairs themselves are not zones that can be occupied. They're there to indicate connection. Anybody standing in a zone connected to stairs may move one zone to go to another zone connected to stairs located on the other level. This means enemies can also use stairs to move between levels if they can't see anyone on their level and the closest target is on this other level. Okay. Page 18. The stairs on the ground floor block the line of sight to movement between the entrance and the zone behind the stairs. Okay, that's interesting. Elevator is a quick way to move between levels. Elevator token is essentially a room that can be moved between elevator shaft zones featured on the level. During their turn, as a free action, a superhero adjacent to the elevator shaft can call the elevator, placing its token on the shaft on their level. Both elevator doors are open while the elevator is on a level, closing automatically when it moves elsewhere. Once inside the elevator, a superhero may spend one action to move the elevator to any other level, carrying it with any superheroes, enemies, and bystanders standing inside. This is not a move action. Okay. Whenever a superhero enters a new level for the first time, be it through the stairs or elevator, it immediately spawns any indicated enemies and bystanders in the room they've just accessed. Okay. Reading an ID card. Each superhero has a unique ID card featuring the following information. Power track. Superheroes are able to harness incredible power from within themselves, which allows them to perform amazing feats. A superhero's power increases at the start of every round and can be further increased with power-up actions. Power can be spent to activate special effects or add extra dice to attacks. Let's check some of these superpowers. Okay. Let me see. Those are just so he has shrapnel. What is mighty punch is from Rogue? Doesn't she have like a signature move? What is it called? Mississippi uppercut. I forgot what it's called. Which is kind of shameful because I'm a Rogue fan. There's a I thought she had a signature move. Mississippi uppercut. It's definitely not Mississippi uppercut, but it's something else. I thought. Um, let's see. Okay, each superhero has their own unique skill unlocked as they gain experience. Okay. So it should be interesting for Rogue. Let's see what her some of her extra skills. Enhanced stamina during your turn. You may perform one free attack or move action. That's cool. Um, Once during your turn, you may spend one power to copy any attack or unlock skill from any superhero within range one until the end of the round. Okay, so she does have absorb abilities here. Nice, nice. Okay, love it. All enemies have a -1 toughness, -1 against your mighty punches attacks once during your turn and may perform one free open door action. Okay, now knockout punch. Okay, that's cool, but I like that her signature ability is in here. All right. How how many more pages is this? I might have to stop here. God damn. We still have about 15 or more pages. That's a lot. Okay, let me just check to see how much time I have here and what time I need to go tomorrow morning before we continue. Because at least let me just go through at least the superhero abilities explanation. Okay, I do have to leave early tomorrow, so let me just do this real quick. All right. But yeah, let's just finish this section here about danger levels and skills. The zombie Psylocke is just so crazy. That is so good. Alright. Each time a superhero eliminates an enemy, they gain one experience point, or in the case of an enemy's zombie heroes, one experience point for each toughness they had. Whenever experience is gained, advance the superhero danger bar by that amount. Some missions may also provide additional ways to gain experience. There are 4 danger levels on the danger bar: blue, yellow, orange, and red. Reaching a new danger level provides a superhero with new unlocked skill to help them on their mission. Gaining experience has a side effect, however. When players draw a spawn card, read the line that corresponds to the highest danger level achieved by any superhero. See spawn enemies, page 20. The more dangerous the superheroes become, the larger the zombie hordes that rise to devour them. Okay. Super. Okay. There are 4 types of enemies. Most enemies have only a single action they perform when they activate. The exception to this are runners and zombie heroes, who each have 2 actions per activation. An enemy is eliminated as soon as it has assigned enough hits during a single attack action to match its toughness value. The superhero that eliminates the enemy gains 1 experience point, except in the case of zombie heroes, which grant experience equal to the toughness value. Okay, Walker. The walkers in this game are comprised of multiple man, so that's just perfect. It's just so funny. Multiple man. And then Brute Reaver. Cybernetically, James Madrox may not be the strongest or fastest zombie mutant, but there's always more of him around. He may multiply when you least expect it, creating hordes of multiple man walkers. Brute cybernetically enhanced zombies. Reavers are literal tanks, slow and tough, but the Brute's overdrive assault can overpower superheroes, depleting their powers. Um, So all enemies only give one. Even Brood has a toughness of 2, but they only give you 1 XP. Okay, runners. Trained by the Hellfire Club, these zombies are relentless and efficient assassins. These runners use their speed to charge at superheroes and bystanders. Toughness, action 2, toughness 1. Okay. Zombie heroes. Each zombie hero is powerful and unique, but they are all taken over by the overpowering hunger that drives them to devour superheroes and bystanders. 2 actions, and toughness is specific to each zombie hero. And Juggernaut has a toughness of 7 when we are in the red zone. Okay. Each zombie hero also has a unique ability listed on their zombie hero card, which is in effect as long as they're on the game board. Fun, fun. Okay. Alright, next is actually just the. I think this is where you go into actually playing the game. So maybe we should stop here and then. Because it would be good then to play along as you read through the this part of the tutorial. Well, the problem, because this is like the last part, but the problem with this is yeah, we should I should definitely play along as I read through this part. And this part has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 pages. Okay. But yeah, by the time I get back, I will place all them zombies on the table. Now, I guess it's. Let me just look at some of these, some of the later missions. Like, I think maximum. Oh my. I may have spoken too soon. Let me see here. Okay, so maximum is like 3 by 3 map wise. That am I even gonna be able to fit that? No, I can't. Well, yeah, kinda. So 3 by 3. So yeah, I can kind of fit it, but and then we'll just have to place. I'll have to grab a small table to place all the components on a small table, and we have to move like the hero dashboard to the side. So it's fine. But yeah, this game just takes a lot of space. So maximum is 3 by 3. Let's see how that's gonna work. So we can just push this up, and then oops, one second tile, and then third tile is hanging around. So I might have to grab a. We'll just probably have to push. God damn. Okay, so I have to put like another table, like right here. I do have a larger um, table, folding table that I can use. I just didn't want to use it here because I space is limited in this room. Um, it would have worked on the previous game room. I think I stream a couple of sessions of me playing board games actually in the previous game room, right? Yeah, because that's when I started playing board games. So I think that was probably like 3 years ago. Yeah, just space is really limited here. Yeah, looking back, I think the last game room was probably one of the larger game rooms I've ever had. And then before that, it was actually much smaller than this one. Oh, about the same maybe. Yeah, because my current game room is a little smaller. But yeah, I mean, I think 3 game rooms ago was the best game room. Yeah, that was the largest for sure. And then I also have I have a walk-in closet now, but it's really small inside that walk-in closet. I used to have this huge walk-in closet 3 game rooms ago. Um, yeah, good times. But what you're gonna do, right? Um, At one point, I wanted to use another room in the house for my board games and my VR games. So I set up another PC over there, um, and then use this room primarily just for video gaming. But it didn't work out, so I had to use the room for something else for the office space. So yeah, um, and sometimes there are days when I just wanna jump on a VR game, and it's just and since I've been hot on um, my board games recently, I can only choose to play my board games or my VR games. So because I have to put this away so I can move around the room, unless I'm just playing something that doesn't require me to have a room scale. Which I might be able to do actually with Luminous Arise because I do want to check out that game in VR mode. Tetris Effects as well. Um, I think I've tried Tetris Effects in VR once, if I remember correctly. Maybe not, because I think I started playing Tetris Effect. Yeah, that was that was like 3 years ago. I may have done it. I'm not sure. But anyway, we'll stop here because we've gotten to the point where um, the book is trying to explain the how to play the game step by step. So so we'll play the game along while as we read the that portion of the tutorial. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for watching. Please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. And don't forget to turn on the notification bell. I truly appreciate it. Happy gaming!